What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Happy Veterans Day. Happy Nat Turner Day. You know what I'm saying? Number one, let's give it up to the ancestors of Nat Turner. We know who got hung today. We got to shout out to our ancestors first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can see that voting stuff is still going on. You know what I'm saying? People still talking about that, People still aggy. People, hey, CNN and MSNBC talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we doing our job. Really what it is black media. It's a different train of thought. We're not listening to this left-wing media shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Or the right-wing either. We ain't up here on watching Fox News. We got our own people that we watching. You know what I'm saying? But the real thing that comes down to it is, is what people saying. Did our ancestors die for us to have the right to vote in Blase Skippy? I'm going to do 2 videos on that. You know what I'm saying? One video is going to be during the National Immigration Convention in 1854. And they talk a lot about that, you know what I'm saying? It might be a little bit long-winded. I might have to break it down in a couple of parts, but you know what I'm saying? But we're going to see what our ancestors had to say back in 1854 when chattel slavery was still legal. And they had a fugitive slave laws and all type of stuff like that. What did they say about the vote and things of that nature? We're going to look deep into that. Also, we're going to do a time when Black Power and the so-called mainstream leadership tried to get together, you know what I'm saying? Where they tried to get together in the 1970s in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're going to do a video on that, you know what I'm saying? And see what happened, because it was a time when we almost came close in the 70s to forming our own political party. But, as you know, it didn't come to fruition, and we're going to find out why. So we're going to look at this Black Power Convention, and we're going to go into a little bit more details about that. Might have to break that video down into a series itself, too, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to make sure our people know what's going on and why this stuff happened and why this stuff came to be. A lot of us don't think and just think this shit is, how did this shit happen? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to drop them 2 videos, One, on the first one I talked about, I mentioned, the National Immigration Convention in 1854. A lot of people going to be surprised about what's about to drop. That's all I won't say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to let the cat out the bag too much. The other one, the convention, the Black Power Convention, you know what I'm saying, in Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, and they had one in Gary, Indiana during the 70s too. You going to see what happened. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit up here and salt shake us, you know what I'm saying, when y'all watch the video. I'm going to leave the sites. I'm going to have to do it in the other format as an book reading because I want y'all to see what I see, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to the picture format too pretty soon. A lot of people like that shit. We're going to go back to that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just have to do a mixture of it, of different subjects of that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't salt shake us though, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? When we drop this history down, they have to find out. I know people going to have their own little parallels and paradigms and stuff. But, maybe we should take a look into Booker T. Washington philosophy. I brought this up to some people the other day, and they said, well, Booker T. Washington was like, he was for white folks and all that stuff. If you read Dr. John Henry Clark, or you seen what he said about Booker T. Washington, he said he was a great strategist. You know what I'm saying? He had a strategy. Matter of fact, we don't even know how Booker T. Washington even died. I heard he from syphilis. Then I heard he got lynched. The syphilis part was irony. You know what I'm saying? Then I heard he got lynched. Then I heard he got poisoned. We really don't know how Booker T. Washington died. You know what I'm saying? Then I heard he's gonna turn Tuskegee into like a black nationalist thing. That's a video we want to touch one day. You know what I'm saying? Look more deep and thorough into his life and his philosophy and stuff like that. Even W.E.B.DuBois, W.E.B.DuBois, who had the parallel philosophy, what you're following now, of go for the vote and things of that nature and Blase Skippy, you know what I'm saying? He rejected that philosophy. You know what I'm saying? In front of the NAACP, he said, no, this is not going to happen. The black community is going to be segregated from decade upon decade upon decade. We need to get an economic strategy to protect our peoples. They kicked him out. You know what I'm saying? They called him Uncle Tom because around this time in history, Uncle Tom was flipping from that because Uncle Tom is really a hero. You know what I'm saying? He was the hero of the book. You know what I'm saying? So they flipped it and called him Uncle Tom, W.E.B.DuBois, and kicked him out the NAACP. You know what I'm saying? This is like June 26, 1932, around this time. June 26, June 24th, 1932, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? They kicked him out, when he woke up and shit. After he got used badly by the white folks. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have some videos discussing that. You know, people getting aggy about that stuff. I can see why, but then again, if the lamestream media, you know what I'm saying, talking about the stuff, you know what I'm saying, then black media is definitely doing their job. We're definitely on the radar. We're doing what need to be done. You know what I'm saying? They definitely trying to. It's like the plantation overseer trying to keep people in line and stuff like that. I mean, I love it. Hell, shit, I love the independent thought that's going around here. I love how people can talk. We got our own media stations and do all stuff like that. That was the main thing about the story about the so-called witches of Baltimore. Yes, I agree. The title of the story was garbage, but the meat of the story, most of the meat, because some of the meat was garbage too. It was white supremacy, but most of the meat of that stuff, man, was good. You know, African sisters going back to African spirituality. You know what I'm saying? They setting up apps. They having conventions. You know. They leading the way. You know what I'm saying? They putting their money together. They having therapy sessions among themselves. You know what I'm saying? They always scared when black people get independent thought and try to do things. You know, and in a couple of that article, if you read it by the Atlantic magazine, you know, they was punished. They was, you know what I'm saying? It's like a punishment. Well, why are you doing that for? You know, and all these people getting a punishment about it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, punished for wearing braids. Punished for practicing the African religion. You know what I'm saying? Punished for giving African names. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop this awakening movement. You can't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all, man. So you know what I'm saying? Either, you know, y'all gonna have to do what you got to do. But yeah, them two videos though, you know, we gonna drop and just let it be known that, you know, culture is our glue. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people like to shit on that about you can't dress to go back to Africa and stuff like that, which agree. But yes, still we can wear this stuff and remind us of our culture. We can wear the medallions. We can wear the dashikis. You know what I'm saying? We could say hotep, or we could say, you know what I'm saying, peace. You know what I'm saying, or shalom, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If this is stuff that where we want to go to, then this is where we gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all down for it. Hell, keep the history going. You know what I'm saying? Cite your shit. Make sure you can cite your shit. You know what I'm saying? Show the love. But don't shout shade to other people talk, well, you know, you a coon. You a coon if you vote, you a coon if you don't vote. You know what I'm saying? If you really read about that in the immigration thing, we was never told to, you know, to partake in this system like that. You know what I'm saying? The goal was freedom. It wasn't to vote in the system. The goal was freedom. The goal was to get free and have our own shit. To build our own nation, to have our own communities and build strong and stuff like that. People done forgot about that goal. It done got dumbed down. You know what I'm saying? When we got our stuff, we were supposed to get a 40 acres and a mill for that stuff. They took it away. The matter of fact, the vote was the last thing. If you really read Eric Fonter's book about the short history of Reconstruction, you know what I'm saying, which is a good book to read. He's a good historian on it. And W.E.B.DuBois' book on that. The vote wasn't really what we really wanted. What we wanted was 40 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? To have our own plot of land. We already knew what to do with the shit. You know what I'm saying? We seen white folks get wealthy off of the shit we was doing. All we want is our own little shit. Y'all go over here. You know, enjoy yourself. You know, do your own thing. We go over here. You know what I'm saying? Do our own thing. That was really what the goal was. It wasn't the goal. It wasn't the vote. The vote thing came in as a last point measure to supposedly protect the black people from, you know what I'm saying, the Southern insurrectionists, the KKK, the Democratic Party, and which both was just the de facto Confederate Army. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't talk about that. Doing the first restoration of it. You know what I'm saying? The goal was to get away and have our own separate shit and do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't really trying to bond. We wasn't really trying to bond like that. You know, that first generation out of slavery. You know, out of chattel slavery. We was not trying to bond with them like that. It wasn't about the vote per se. You know, now later on when it became that, you know what I'm saying, after that had been beaten down, that we weren't going to get the land, you know what I'm saying, and all the shit that was guaranteed us a fight in that war, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a hot on here, did a broadcast pretty good, you know what I'm saying, and he was saying about how, after Lincoln needed our help, which is true, he needed our help to win the war, but Lincoln didn't want to keep us here because he knew what it was about. He wanted us to get the fuck away from here. You know what I'm saying? Lincoln didn't want us to stay here in the United States. If Lincoln would have lived through that assassination or never got assassinated, the plan was never for us to vote. The plan was us to get the fuck up out of here. He had that plan etched in stone 2 weeks before he even died. And you can read Charles H. Wesley on that one in a History of Negro Journal for that. You know what I'm saying? So stop, stop pushing this propaganda, man. The other thing about too, man, since we got in this age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? Age of Aquarius, that, it's too much knowledge on the scene now. You just can't blatantly lie to people without them checking that shit up. That's another thing about the video I said that, when a person was like, well, I'm the source. Who the fuck is you? You weren't around then. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read motherfuckers that was around then. Anyway, look out for them 2 videos, man. We're going to be dropping and stuff like that, Hopefully, man, some people learn from that and get some knowledge from it, man. And, hey, y'all have a wonderful, happy Nat Turner's Day. Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all my people that did that dirt, you know what I'm saying, in the Armed Forces. You know what I'm saying? And if you did that there, another thing, too, if you did that there in the Armed Forces, come back and teach these, kids that shit. I ain't talking about not just the weaponry and all that stuff like that, but the leadership and all that things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The camaraderie, Come back and teach. That's what my mans did, you know what I'm saying? Think of his name, the defense minister of the Black Panther Party, Geronimo Pratt. They said it wasn't for Geronimo Pratt, they would never made it out of there alive. Geronimo taught them all the stuff they need to know. And that's what you should be doing. If you got, U.S. military experience, you know what I'm saying, come down and teach your people. The white folks are doing that all the time. You always see Marine, like, this is a former Marine, got caught training up these neo-Nazis. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking, man. We can't, this passive game is over with, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a new day, new age. Y'all have a wonderful one. Peace.